So today I'm just going to post random visions that I've been having over the past couple of months. Some of these visions that I don't have 100% clarity on, or I just don't understand them. So Spirit has been telling me for quite some time to still post these things because it could help somebody else that is also a seer or has questions about the world. I can help you connect the dots. So it's telling me that we all need to work together on these things and post the information as they come. Because again, we are all gods and we can do it. So before I start this video, I want to tell you guys that I'm being heavily suppressed on TikTok. But I've told you guys since January that TikTok will go downhill. They keep, marking my videos, telling me that I'm going against community guidelines. I have to constantly appeal. They're flagging my account. It's getting really annoying on this app because I have a feeling it's either somebody ain't fucking with me or it's just a whole bunch of bots, not real people that they're sending out to everybody's account and trying to get them off of there. I'm not interested in like a whole bunch of likes going viral. I'm only interested in just getting the information out. TikTok is really fun to me when it can actually be fun. But it's quite obvious with the state of the world that we're in right now that they don't want any information out. So they're looking for any and everything for you to stop putting this information out. So I will ask you, if you do enjoy my videos or anything like that, please just go to my YouTube account at Generate, Operate, and Destroy. I'll post it right here. Also, you can pick up my book, What Will Your Heart Weigh Against the Feather by the Shayla Marshall. But yeah, I just really wanted to tell you guys that because it's getting really annoying on this app. And I'm getting to the point where it's just like I really need to move to somewhere that I can post more darker content. They don't like when I talk about these health topics either. So I'm going to refrain from that. And I'm going to refrain from not responding back to health issues on this app because they don't want to talk about that either. So I'm going to have to start talking deeper in code until I figure out if where this platform needs to go. Again, I will still be posting nonetheless. It's not going to be every single thing that is going on in my life. It just won't happen. Not on this page. I'm thinking about also writing and, probably creating a forum, or I don't know, I can move to Reddit or something where you could just read my works and visions and dreams. And then that way we can still help each other, but not constantly be in possibly being banned on this app. So there's that. Thank you. Vision 1, Archangel Gabriel came through my door. He was in the corner. He was super tall, super strong man, masculine presence. And we talked telepathically. And I don't remember what we talked about or anything like that. It was a interesting conversation, very calm presence. But he ended up sending me to a theater. And when I'm looking around this theater, I find a spot for me to sit down. And I realize that these people that I'm sitting beside are also people who are just like me. They are seers, psychics. They can see things beyond this realm. And I wouldn't say it was a movie, but it was a whole bunch of a series of images, a series of videos that was concerning the state of the world. And it was like they were clicking all these images in our head, the movies, the videos, all of that in our head to get downloads, the same way they do to us in the physical realm with these movies and the propaganda. But this isn't propaganda. This is real life things that are happening in the world. And they were preparing us light beings for what's going on. Now, in the middle of this camera roll that is happening, it gets infiltrated by Chinese women and Chinese men. And they ended up pointing like guns, some type of gun at us. And they chain us by the feet. They chain us by our hands. And now, usually when I'm in distress, I end up cussing out people, telling you how much you ugly. I told this girl her wig was so bad. It looked so crunchy. She was mad as hell. But I can hear Gabriel in my head telling me that These Chinese people are actually foreign exchange students, people that are like on visas that are here in the USA. He's telling me that these people are not students, they're actually spies. And that's when I was looking at that girl and I looked at her eyes and I said, man, you look familiar. It's like I know you, but I know you in a bad way. Like I had bad beef with you in the past. That's why I talk so bad about her wig. Because, I mean, I knew her from somewhere and she always looked bad as fuck. Terrible. And so when she had us chained up, it was coming together slowly. But I wasn't understanding why us. Don't you have somebody else to worry about? And then it was slowly starting to click to me. Is China really the one that is behind all what's going on? Aren't they the one that is in alliance with Iran? If I'm not mistaken, in Russia? They don't fuck with us in the US of A. I can't even be mad at it, rightfully so. But I think Spirit is telling me that the people who really run the whole show has always been China. And they see us as cattle now. They see us as property of China. And if I'm not, mistaken, they just said the Strait of Hormuz, I don't know how you say that. You have to exchange it in yuan. Is that what you call it? The Chinese, you got to exchange it in that. So hopefully Archangel Gabriel comes back to me and tell me what that was all about. I cussed that lady out so bad. I thought the wig was just bad. You just look terrible, girl. Crunchy, stale, stiff. But she got mad and she went to go change that hard wig. But remember, a spy, you got to be a real good spy. But when I looked at that lady's eyes, I could tell I had previous, maybe past life beef with this lady. When you look at a reptilian, a lizard person, I know some of y'all have dealt with them before. That's why they can't show themselves in their true form, because we have fought them before. We had wars with them before. And they keep somehow, some way, I heard that with Dr. Phil Valentine, they keep finding their way back through these stargates to us because they need us. They don't have planets to go back to. So I'm starting to think that what's going on in the world, China is behind all of this shit. When I was getting into real estate, REITs, I realized some of the main holders of some of these land that we have around the US of A, China owns all of that. China is playing chess, not checkers, in the background. They playing a role. So, if you have any questions or concerns or any input, please let me know. But I just find that so interesting. If you find yourself constantly in your dreams or your visions in theaters and constantly just getting information that you don't quite understand, I truly believe that we are receiving downloads, upgrades in our bodies. And we're figuring out more and more ways to combat the evilness of what's going on the planet. But we're doing it strategically and well, because it's not our first time ever being in a war. But we're doing it to the point where we're going to have to take these MFers off for good.